I thought you would say the biggest idiot in your club is David Luiz.
That one is different kind of idiot.
That one different kind of idiot.
Hey guys, this is Kiss My Badge covering the best league in the world for the fans, by the fans. Okay, as you can see, this is week 31 and we are joined by two new friends of ours, friends of Friends TV. So of course, joining Yan, Satish and me, we have Idros, a long friend of mine from Tanjung Katong Secondary School, and then also Zul. Let's touch into the league standings of the Premier League after 31 games played.
Do we still have to?
Have to lah. like, this is my moment. Okay, so
Take it away.
at the top of the league, of course, we have a Liverpool Football Club with 86 points.
Look at the green. Look at the green.
Hey, I look like Mo Salah when he kena interview. Okay,
Shameless, yeah. Mo Salah.
Second in the league with 63 points is Manchester City. Third is Leicester with 55 points. Chelsea with 51 points. Man City is number 5. Man United is number 5. Sorry, Satish. Manchester United is number 5.
Confused Manchester City with Manchester United. Alamak. You too excited today.
Wolves is actually same points with Man United at 6 spot. 49 points also. So actually, United have to maintain their momentum now. If not, they can kind of overtake already. Okay, Spurs is at number 7 with 45 points. Noted is that all these teams that I mentioned have played 31 games except for City and Chelsea, who is going to play tomorrow morning.
Yep. So total is 38 games. So most of the teams are left with 7 more games to the league.
7 more games.
But Liverpool doesn't need to wait 7 games to win the league lah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Before we go for Liverpool, let's talk about fitness lah, because it's close to my heart, because Arsenal players has been, after 2 games, have been injured. Zaka has been injured. I think Zul got the video I showed. Zaka fell, and then Pablo Mari also tripped, and then Leno also landed. But that one Leno, because he was challenged lah, and then after that he landed, quite hard, and then now he's injured. I think 6 weeks.
He's out for 6 weeks. Yeah,
he's out for 6 weeks lah. So I think I have a feeling that the 3 months that we didn't play EPL contributed to these injuries. Maybe, and also maybe Zul, but Zul is the specialist in this lah, right? What do you think, Zul? After 3 months not playing, then suddenly you start into intense competitive mode. Is it the reason, or how? What do you think?
Okay. Thank you, Friends TV, for having me. Really an honor and a privilege to be among greatness.
Humble lah. He wants to be invited again lah. That's why.
By the fans, for the fans. You don't get this. You get people who actually talk about things which you don't understand. But this one is really from the heart, which I think is a very good entertainment and information type of stuff for all of us lah. Myself, I'm a Liverpool fan through and through. I just short introduction. I'm working with FPS under Sport Science. We have been looking into this. As you all know, throughout the whole with this current COVID situation, all the leagues was stopped for a couple of months. Then everybody starts to return. If you look into, we are talking more EPL, but if you look, I think Bundesliga was one of the first few to come in, and within the first 2 weeks they recorded quite interesting injuries, I would say.
Oh really?
Yeah, to me that was like a telltale sign to indicate that 3 months of really off-season type of situation. You see the difference if you look into all this. When season finishes, they have just like 2-3 weeks just for off-season, just to let their hair down, go switch off and all that, and then after they get back to pre-season. But this, we are talking about 12 weeks of no football. Really, I wouldn't even say this as off season. This is like really nothing football, going back to zero. obviously the onus is on each club fitness trainer to work on Zoom type of work. But the situation as it is, they can't go out. Once they can't go out, it's very difficult to actually play ball in the park, to be running around. All that. Of course, they have their treadmills, they have all this kind of stuff. But the big question is, how do they monitor? Most clubs around the world, they're using wellness questionnaires. They will just ask, how do you feel today? Have you done your work? That's very subjective. I mean, for me also, when I'm working with the national team with the young Lions, which currently I'm working with, when we give them questionnaires, the thing is that, yes, they're giving us, hopefully they're giving us true answers, but you tend to doubt also at the end whether this is subjective. Like today, I wake up good, I feel I'm good. Tomorrow, I feel, my delivery came late, my grade came late, I don't feel good. So it's very subjective when it comes to that. So if you look into the EPL itself, did they rush into it? I would say probably everybody rush into it, because if you look into it, it's money making. This is the big thing at the end of the day. People want to see the EPL. I mean, if you look into the French league, they cut it off. You look into the Dutch league, if I'm not mistaken, everything is cut off. Why? Because taking into consideration that this thing cannot happen. But in terms of money generation, in terms of fan base, if you all know, just a quick fact on Liverpool, the biggest fan base, I think Idros might correct me, but if I'm not mistaken, the biggest fan base outside Liverpool itself is Singapore. That's what I heard. In terms of numbers, but I'm not too sure. But I heard one of the my ex-colleague was a Liverpool fan. He actually told me that. So it's already, the fan base is there. You have everybody around the world trying to watch, trying to say that, hey, please get it on, TV run.
No, somebody wants Liverpool to win lah. That's why.
Yeah, we
if not riot, riot. There will be a riot.
We got personal reason also lah. We got personal reason why we want to continue the league.
Yes. One thing we found out is that you cannot quantify that 3 months of work onto field work when you come in. It's very difficult to say that the 3 months of home-based type of workout can translate into the field. What have they done before the season? Before everything was stopped, how was their fitness level? To be honest, everybody's like almost back to where they are on the same level field. It's just a matter of how the body actually reacts.
But these are professionals, Zul. These are professionals, right? Shouldn't they be maintaining their fitness at home and on their own?
I agree. Maintaining is one thing, but on-field fitness, match fitness is another thing. For example, you need 20-30 minutes of high-speed sprints to work on. I don't think they're houses. I mean, we don't talk about Cristiano Ronaldo's. You don't talk about those numbers or anything like that. I mean, we're talking about people who actually, they are professionals, actually live in apartments and all that.
Yeah.
So, how are they going to be working on it? So, adaptation plays a very significant part. Some injuries can be avoided. Some injuries, like the Arsenal goalkeeper and all that. That's basically a freak accident, in my opinion.
Arsenal straight.
Like when I look at what do you call Mari and all that. You look at
Mari, yeah.
They're also idiot. No. Is it because the motor skills,
I thought you would say the biggest idiot in your club is David Luiz.
That one is different kind of idiot.
That one different kind of idiot. Yeah, that one is that one
idiot.
Yeah. That one 2-goal idiot. He contributed 2 goals to the opponent. Idiot. But in terms of fitness,
penalty giver lah, this guy.
Yeah, penalty and he allowed 1 goal. Yes,
fitness may be there. Okay, they can be fitness there, but how does the muscle actually react? How do the conditioning actually react to this type of sudden changes? If you look into the recent, the injuries by Arsenal players itself, you have ankle injuries. Proprioception. When we talk about proprioception, is basically the firing through the nervous system to the area itself. How well can the ankle actually hold up with this? If you look at it, even James Milner had a pull.
Yes.
Other players had pulls here and there, knocks, knees here and there. And can that be avoided? Most probably it can be avoided, but how? And that's the big question. on average, professional players, we're talking about at least in a club, at least 4 to 6 players gets injured every season. It's a matter of what is the severity, how does the injury actually happen? Is it a freak accident, or is it basically just training? Based on looking at Bundesliga, looking at EPL, these injuries happen and everybody knows. But are they doing anything about it? I don't think so. Why? If they want to do something about it, hey, this league should start later.
What? That's one thing they can do, right? To start later, right? So more training time, is it?
Yeah, if they can afford to do that, then that'd be better.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, at least 6 to 8 weeks of purely conditioning work, match winners to get back. Somewhere near our region, Thailand, they just started last week full training, and they're gonna start their league somewhere in September. That gives them about 10 weeks of full training.
That's good, yeah.
It is like a double-edged sword, I would say, when it comes to this. Do you want to start now? Because the fans are waiting, money is there, or if you don't start now, when do you want to start? But players, you are playing players. That's the thing.